getting there, Lewis. Champion of the world.
I guess on special days like this, you just generally tend to look back at where you've come from. You know, when I was 5 years old, when I started watching Formula One, and I always look back to, you know, my favorite movie was Cool Runnings, and when they arrived at the top of the hill for the first time in the rusty old bobsled, that's exactly how me and my dad arrived at the go-kart track. I remember there was a time when my dad came round to where I was when I grew up in Stevenage in Pear Tree Way. I was playing football around the corner with some kids and that I grew up with, and my dad pulls up and he's got a racing helmet in the back of the car, and so I, you know, sorry guys, I've got to go and try this helmet on to see if it fits. Back then I had never even comprehended that people would be following me. You know, as a kid, that you just dream of racing. You don't think of all the other things that come with it. Traveling, seeing great things, having money to do things that you just never even think of that. Maybe today's generation does think of that, but I hadn't even thought of it. Never even crossed my mind. So when I then got noticed when I was 22 and in a petrol station, I was like, wow, thank you so much, you know. And since then it's just grown so much. And when you travel thousands of miles and you get to a different city or country, and there's people at the airport or your hotel or at the race just sending you positive energy, just happy, excited, just bubbling, that crosses over to me. I take that in, and that lifts me up, you know, and I'm only human, so there are up and down days, but that really is, I can't explain to you how grateful I am for that. Today is just proof of that if you believe in something and it's an undeniable belief, then anything is possible. And I dream big, and I think that's a great thing for people to dream big. It doesn't mean that you can't achieve that. It doesn't mean that it's impossible to reach it. But the bigger you dream, the biggest challenge that you can possibly have. I love that. You know, I'm here, I've won my 4th world title. It's very, very hard to believe that it's happened. I was always grateful after my first, and then the second came, and then the third came, and then this sheer will, how I still had this will and willpower to continue after, you know, a lot of the success we'd had. I felt even a bigger burning desire this year to win the championship, particularly as we're fighting another team. And I had a difficult year last year, so I was adamant I was going to better myself mentally, physically, and with my attitude and how I worked with everyone, so that I could put myself in the position I'm in today. So I feel amazing, and I've got a lot of love around me. My mum was here this weekend. I've got like so many messages on my phone, so it's going to take me weeks to get back to everyone that's emailed and text, but I really do appreciate all the love and support that I have.
So many sporting greats are all over social media talking about you, whether it be Mo Farah, Usain Bolt, Neymar sent you that message as well. I mean, that must feel pretty special.
You grow up watching these incredible athletes, talented individuals, and even today, I'm 32 and I'm watching Usain run, I'm watching the football with Neymar, and just have sheer admiration for what it takes to be great, how much work and effort has had to go into these individuals' careers. And so I recognize, you know, the GOATs, and then to receive positivity and support back from these incredible individuals, oh man, it's the greatest feeling. But to my fans, my core fans that travel around the world, I really do appreciate it, and I love them for it, and we win and we lose together. I really mean that, because I don't do this on my own. There's this team behind me, and then there's Team LH fan base who, that energy, that uplift me, pushes, the wind in my sails is coming from those guys. So a big thank you to everyone.